At the Metro Court pool, Geo is setting up when Joss shows up. She can't believe he's always here so early, even before they are supposed to be on duty, and asks what does. He says today he walked around, made sure there were no glasses from last night's party, and swept the deck. Joss asks him not to dive in and save someone while she's on duty. He promises he won't. Markets live. Tech rally makes NASDAQ trading 50% too high. Sunny arrives with Avery, who is taking swim lessons. Joss introduces Avery to Geo and takes her to her swim lesson. Sunny is glad to see Geo again. Sunny knows he has transferred to PCU and asks if he regrets leaving the city. He knows he loves the city and assumes Geo doesn't want him to keep paying his tuition. Geo says it's more complicated than that. He states that PCU has an excellent program. PCU made him first chair, and they gave him a scholarship. Sunny gets that he wants to pave his own way and be independent. Geo notes that he's not that independent, as he's still living with Quartermains. Sunny jokes that he should get hazard pay for that. Natalia appears and is on her phone, leaving a message for Brooklyn to discuss Blaze's last recording session. She asks her to meet her at the Metro Court pool. Sunny approaches Natalia and is glad to see her again. Sunny explains he's here with Avery, who is taking swimming lessons. Natalia admits she underestimated his other daughter, Christina. She explains that Allison was having a problem recording the other day, and she thought they have to scrap the recording. That's when Christina arrived, and suddenly Allison lit up and felt the music. She realizes they really do love one another. She asks if he believes in muses, and he admits he knows about them and dabbled in the music industry in the 90s. Natalie calls those the good times, and hopefully they are due for more soon. Sunny asks her how she's doing in accepting Blaze and Christina dating. Natalia admits that growing up in Puerto Rico, it was not the most accepting place for that type of love. Sunny says, "Love is love." She's trying to evolve. Natalia gets a text and has to prove some deception photo shoots and asks if he can give Brooklyn a thumb drive of the last recording should she show up. Sunny says he can. Meanwhile, Geo talks to Joss and asks if she spoke with Michael about the apartment. She hasn't yet, but she's sure it will be fine as Michael would do anything for her. Geo gets it as Uncle Sunny paid for his schooling and more, and he's sure he'd pay for him to tour across Europe if he asked him to. But that would be taking advantage of him. Joss can't believe he's worried about taking advantage of Sunny. Chase and Brooklyn arrive at Alex's office to see her. She says she's so sorry she didn't make it to their wedding, especially since it would have been the last time she'd see Gregory. She says she's going to miss him. Chase asks how it went with Finn. Alexis admits not so well. They sit down, and Alexis says Finn is worse off than she thought. And unfortunately, he's not going to listen to anyone until he's ready. Brooklyn says their immediate concern aside from Finn is Violet, and they want to protect her. Chase was hoping she'd have advice for them. Alexis warns them that cases like this can get very ugly. She explains the way a father, a loving aunt and uncle, and the state define a safe environment for a child differs. If they report Finn to CPS, Violet could end up in a foster or other temporary home. Her advice is to call a social worker.